The countdown is on with roughly 50 hours until the state budget deadline arrives at midnight Thursday night.
Now, with so little time, you'd think that lawmakers would be burning the midnight oil, but that is not the case. Capitol reporter Kimberly Howard is live outside an empty assembly chamber right now. Kimberly, why did the lawmakers go home?
Well, Liz and Greg, several rank and file members tell me that they're doing what they can, but they did clear out the chamber here behind me around 5:30. A similar story over in the Senate. Some lawmakers telling me that until an agreement can be announced between the governor and legislative leaders, they're playing the waiting game.
Clerk, will record the vote.
With the budget deadline hanging over their heads, lawmakers spent only a few hours in session Tuesday passing smaller pieces of legislation. Or, as Assemblyman Steve McLaughlin puts it,
we're just passing nonsense bills just to waste time.
Time is something the legislature has in short supply. The budget is due at midnight April 1st. Lawmakers now waiting anxiously to hear about the negotiations between the governor, the Senate Majority Leader, and the Assembly Speaker.
This is my 10th year here, and to be honest, the process has been more insular and opaque than I've ever seen it.
Right now, I couldn't even tell you where the three men are meeting. Is it the governor's office? Is it Speaker Hasty's office? Is it Senator Flanagan's office? I don't know.
What lawmakers do know is that a general agreement has been reached on passing a minimum wage increase and paid family leave. But the governor says key specifics are still being ironed out, so the bills have yet to be printed. That means the governor will have to invoke messages of necessity, and lawmakers will have to vote on bills they probably haven't read in order for the budget to pass on time.
How is any legislator supposed to plow their way through hundreds, if not thousands, of pages of bill text with virtually no time to look it over? How does a legislator give their informed consent, much less the public even know what's going on with their tax dollars?
I would have preferred not to have that. I'd rather get a better budget, even if we have to do it very late.
Education also a major component of this budget. The governor, the Assembly, and the Senate all offering varying proposals as far as how much should be spent. Meanwhile, SUNY students also waiting to hear if lawmakers are going to approve a tuition freeze along with $73 million in state funding. Of course, we'll keep you posted on all of this. We're live at the Capitol. Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.
Thank you, Kimberly. At the state capitol today, a recognition of Vietnam Veterans Day with the Assembly honoring an American hero who also happens to be in that chamber every day. Wayne Jackson, right there in the middle of your screen, is a Vietnam veteran who has been working in the Assembly for more than 40 years. Universally liked and respected, he has been the Assembly's Sergeant at Arms for most of those 40 years.